torque is unbelievable. Welcome along everyone to this first 600 mile review on the 2025-2026 Aprilia Tuono 660 factory. So the bike's been in for its first service and it's good to go. So stay with me. I'm going to tell you all about my first impressions of the first 600 miles of this bike, and also my impressions of what it can really do now that it's been fully unlocked and ready to go. Stick around and stay tuned. So I've had this bike now for just over 5 weeks, which time I managed to clock up 600 miles, so took it in for its first service on Friday, a couple of days ago. No real issues to tell the guys about at the garage. So yeah, ready to unleash this bike, see what it's all about. So my first thoughts on this bike are that it's absolutely brilliant. I've had absolutely no problems with it whatsoever. It's really fun to ride. As you know, it's a lightweight bike, so around these kind of B roads and things, you really do have fun with it. You can tip it into the corners really nicely. It's a real confidence inspiring bike. The tyres are really good, very sticky in the summer weather at the moment, so not felt any slipping or sliding on them whatsoever, even when I've got the traction control a little bit dialed off. Everything about it is great. The electronics package that comes with are great. So you've got the ABS front and rear lean sensitive as well. You've obviously got multi-stage traction control, wheelie control, engine mapping. You've got everything. You've also got cruise control, which is a godsend. I've never had a bike with cruise control before, and to be honest, now I've used it quite a bit on this one, I don't think I would get another bike without cruise control. Some bikes they come with, like this one does, others it's an extra, so I would just pay for it and get it. It is really beneficial when you're on straighter roads, stuck in traffic, motorways, you know, it's great. The brakes on this bike, now they're fully bedded in, are really good, really firm, strong, progressive Brembos. Don't think I've activated the ABS yet. They're that good. Plenty of stopping power, and with the master cylinder, you get a lot of feel coming through the brakes. They are really nice brakes. Suspension wise, I've had a play around with it. That's McLaren. Yeah, suspension, yeah, so the Öhlins front I found straight from the dealer was a little bit firm. It's obviously set up for more sporty roads and not the surface of the moon, which we have here in England. So I just backed off, a bit more compression on there. Rebound was set fine, so yeah, just a few dials off on the compression, just smoothed it out a lot, so now when you hit a bump you don't get a big jolt coming through your arms. The rear, again, Öhlins, shock. It's super nice. Again, I've added in a little bit more compression onto that. 2 clicks on the rear. You don't get clicks on the front, you just get turns, so you have to remember what you're turning. But on the rear you've got the clicks, so there's 2 clicks back from stock. And yeah, it just kind of floats along now. It's really nice, it soaks up everything. So yeah, I don't think I need to change it. I might still have a little play around and soften it up a bit more, but I think it might be a bit too spongy if I do soften it up a bit more. The actual engine itself is amazing. The first thing is the exhaust note that you hear from the bike. It's one of the best exhaust notes you're going to get on a bike, especially a parallel twin like this. It does sound meaty, it's really nice. I got no need for any slip-ons or anything like that. It is, yeah, super nice sounding. So yeah, the engine is really, really nice. It's got plenty of low down power, but at the same time, if you're commuting, which I've done a few times into central London, you put it in commute mode and you've just got a kind of much smoother power delivery. There's no, you know, the throttle response is just smoothed out a little bit more than when you're on the dynamic or individual modes. So it's not quite snappy when you're in traffic filtering. You don't need it to be that kind of that way inclined. But then when you do come onto more fun roads, put it in dynamic or your individual mode, which is the mode that you set up with your preferences, which is, for me, is the most sporty mode. Then it's a really fun engine. So it revs pretty high. You get most of the torque down low, so you get that kind of push from the engine, which is great to feel. It revs up to 12,000 RPM. So on the running in period, I didn't really take it above 8,000 at a real push. So now I can do that. I'm not going to thrash it around too much. I don't want to, you know, I'm not that sort of rider anyway, but I don't want to really push the engine too much. But I'm definitely going to give it a bit more beans than usual. Yeah, so the quick shifter is really, really smooth, got high revs, a lot of fun. Can be a bit clunky lower down when you're in commute mode, but this bike obviously really is made for more spirited riding, so when you open it up, quick shifting through the gears really is smooth. The blipper on it is amazing. So smooth when you downshift. Even at low revs on the engine, you can flip down a gear. This guy wants to let me past, which is awfully kind, but he obviously doesn't know these roads because there's a few hairy corners. Awfully kind of him though. So yeah, you can hear that blipper going down. It is super smooth. Gives you so much confidence in the bike. Moving around the bike is pretty amazing as well. Yeah, the seat is really comfortable. You've got plenty of room to move about on, flick it around, get your weight across the bike when you need to, when you're going around corners. It's also good if you want to kind of shuffle back a little bit, because the pillion seat on this is on like a step, so you can kind of like wedge your bum into it. Kind of traps you into the seat, which I think is really nice. It's very comfortable. The slightly larger rider might find it a bit compact, but myself, I like it, no problem at all. So yeah, when you open up the bike, it picks up speed very quickly. So that was a quick bit from 4th gear, full throttle, and coming from a lower speed, it does pick up the pace pretty quickly. Yeah, so running the bike around these country roads is where it really comes to life. My pleasure, thank you. Thank you. Good to let the GGs go. Not want to scare the horses with a rider on it. So yeah, this bike absolutely performs brilliantly on these roads. So I've got it in individual mode, which is my most sporty. So you've basically got the quickest form of engine mapping, so the throttle control is very sensitive. And then you've got no wheelie control. Traction control is down at 3 out of 5. So yeah, very sporty feel to it. So you get instant power. So what's the engine like now that I've run the bike in and you can open her up? Well, when you really get high up in the rev range, you really do feel the torque of the engine. Performs very well. It's what this bike was made for. If you take this on track, you can have a blast. You might not be the fastest on the straight, but through the corners, amazing. First gear, you get up to the red line pretty quickly, but then second, third gear, progressing through those, if you're using the quick shifter, you really do speed up fast. Yeah, such a nimble, lightweight bike. But you can really chuck it around. That torque is unbelievable. So what are my conclusions really on my first kind of 5 weeks ownership of this Aprilia? Would I have picked another bike after 5 weeks of riding this one? Absolutely not. Well happy with this. I did ride some other bikes, testing Triumph Street Triple RS, Yamaha MT-09, Ducati Monster, and a few others. They're all on my my test rides link playlist. And yeah, this one I picked out purely for the fact of the spec of it. I fancied a twin engine, and I just love the look of it. I'd always quite fancied an Aprilia bike, but it wasn't until I test rode it that I clicked with it straight away and knew that I'd be getting this bike. So yeah, hopefully many more rides and many more miles to go on this thing. So I'm going to be putting up more videos as and when I ride it and feel that it's something worth making videos about. I'll probably go into some more of the techie stuff with the bike. So yeah, do like and subscribe, help the channel grow, and hopefully I'll see you next time around. All the best, take care.
No time to think. No time to think. Lost my wife and my wallet down in Mexico. Lost my dog and my eye and a bunch of love. Have to run.